Hey folks, just a quick intro here. So I've put together a short video for the food prep that we've done for the Rob Roy Way. So this is our method of doing long hike, multi-night hike foods. Bleh. So there's a few rules that were kind of gone by with it. So one, it needs to be compact, so we're wanting to get as much energy as possible out of what we've got. Two, I was on a restricted diet, so what I'm going to show you, I think for the most part, is gluten free. Always check the labels before you go by. And we wanted to be tasty and stuff that we kind of enjoy eating, and finally cheap. We weren't willing to pay like £7, £8, £9 each per meal for like wayfarers or any of the. We didn't want to cough up like £7, £8, £9 each for the likes of a fire pot meal or a wayfarer's meal or anything like that. Convenient as they are not compact for what we were wanting to do, and we could make dinner for about £1.50 each, which was mostly the same thing and much more convenient. One of the most useful things that we had for this hike was a thermos. So they add about 500 grams to the pack, maybe a little bit more, but they helped us cut down on what we needed to take, so we didn't actually need to carry as much other weight, and they made things significantly cheaper. And it meant that we could make overnight oats. It meant that we could make our evening carb pots, which were just add water and then use the thermos, and it let it soak in the thermos, which was made it quite pleasant. And then just add in the bits you want. Like we had cheese, we had jerky. All in all, the food that we had and took with us was really pleasant, and I enjoyed. So, without further ado, I'll cut to the tabletop video of me shuffling around bits of food. At some point, I'll look to update for something that's a bit better quality. Hopefully a bit clearer. This is a bit thrown together. I'm going to stop waffling. Thank you for watching. Enjoy. Right, hello there. I wanted to give a quick walkthrough of how we've been doing the food for our multi-night hikes. So, I covered it in my Rob Roy Way video a little bit, but let me go into it with a bit more detail. What we do is, we carry a bag like this for each day. Mark the night that we're having it, and it will contain the dinner for that night. And what we tend to do for the evenings is we keep it simple. We've not been using the boil in a bag meals or the expensive ready meals because they're expensive. We will get around to trying them at some point. What I tend to do is take something like this. So a curry pot type thing, or Kat sometimes uses like pot noodles or super noodles and that sort of thing. Decant it into a bag. Add 200 millilitres of water to this, and you have your carb portion for the evening. And we have it with some protein, a bit of jerky, maybe some cheese and some crackers. I can't think of any night where I actually ate that much when we're on the multi-night hikes. Don't have a huge appetite a lot of the day. And then for pudding, we'll have something like this. So, point to make, when I was doing the Rob Roy Way, I was on a restricted diet, so I was trying to avoid wheat as much as I could. So the stuff which I've got here tends to be wheat free. Since then, I've kind of loosened off a bit, but I do get gastroparesis with stress and the physical exercise and crappy diet. So I need to be quite careful on these walks because that's something I've had to cancel hikes for in the past. If you've seen my Ochil's video, you'll see what I mean. So, inside our bag, we will have dinner. Hot chocolate for before bed, or maybe some whiskey. Depends on how we feel. And then we'll have breakfast for the next morning. So, often enough for that, I will have Are you helping, Diego? Out the way. Yes, here you go. I will have something like this. So I'll take one of these porridge bars and it'll do me for breakfast. It's quite tasty, it's easy to eat, and quite pleasant. One of the things that Kat swears by, which I've had once or twice and I'm not quite as keen on, but I have had and it has really helped with my energy levels in the morning, is we'll have some of this Earth Champ plant protein shake. We'll take this, we will add in about 50 grams of blended up oats. We'll pop it into a thermos, which I'll get out in a second and show. And we just leave it overnight. Cold water, leave it overnight, crack it open in the morning, and you have whatever level of thickness you want protein shake with the oats that gives it a nice hit of energy, and it's easy to drink, it's filling, it gives you a good protein hit, a good energy hit, and it is just a fantastic way to start the day. Then we have a coffee at our first pit stop along our walk. And that's it. We'll have trail mix for during the day. We'll take something like, take some crisps, portion up into a bag and scrunch it up, and you can eat that with a spoon, so you could have dirty hands and you still have an empty portion. Yeah, that's about it. We have the trail mix. So this is one of Kat's, because she never went too much for a trail mix on the Rob Roy Way house. In fairness, we didn't use much of what we took, but trail mix tends to be, we'll have like chocolate raisins, we'll have a variety of nuts, and we quite like the Forest Feast covered fruits. So this is an almond. We've got dates covered in fruit. We've got dates covered in chocolate. We've got cherries covered in chocolate. We've got pineapple covered in chocolate. So it's just lots of little ways just to get the nutritional hit, which you kind of lack with the rest of the meals, in the trail mix in an easy to eat manner, and it gives a good hit of energy. And that tends to be it. We'll have breakfast, we'll have dinner at camp, and through the day we'll have our trail mix. We'll maybe have some more jerky. Maybe another dose of this. Depends what you want. But that all packs up quite neatly into the overnight bag. So let's show you what I mean. So we'll have the next day's trail mix, which will be like 125 gram portion bag versus that. That'll go in. That gets pulled out at camp, and we put that into our bum bag, which is around our waist, so we have easy access to it during the day. We'll have our coffee for in the morning. We will have our bar goes in. I won't open the box because I'm being lazy. I'll maybe do a better version of this video at some point, but this is just a quick run through. So we will wake up in the morning. Bag will have coffee, it will have the breakfast bar, or we'll have a thermos on the side with a protein shake. Trail mix goes into our pouch the night before, and then when we get to camp in the evening, we have everything else. The crisps also go in the bum bag. Everything else in here. I like to carry a little bit of dark chocolate as well. And is that pouch there. That's about, I think that's about 200 grams. Let's throw this on a scale and find out, shall we? Yep. Pardon it, it's a bit mucky. Nice. Boom. 600 grams. Okay, well that contains about 200 grams of excess trail mix, so that sounds about right. 400 grams. I think we had about 2.5 kilograms of food on the Rob Roy Way when we had 7 nights. We didn't eat food for every night or for every day because we stopped quite often to have like pub lunches or breakfasts. One night we were in the bed and breakfast. So we had a day spare, and when we finished it, we basically had about 2 days worth of food left. So I think next time we do that sort of thing, I'll just make sure we have a couple of light things that are spare. Just remembering one of the things that I have as well is I tend to have like a Nature Valley protein bar. which goes in, and that is what I have for lunch. It's basically like a meal replacement bar. Sometimes it's just a protein bar, like a grenade bar or one of the better ones. Cat's not particularly keen on them. But if we're passing somewhere like a shop, then it's something you don't have to carry on you. Plan your hikes accordingly and make sure you know where your restock points are. Plan to restock. Make sure you've got a backup. Like, we carry a spare carb pot type thing. We'll carry spare jerky. So you basically got your energy, you got your protein, just basically the basics that will keep you going if you end up stuck out for an extra day or two stranded somewhere. They say you pack your fears. We definitely packed more food than we needed, but this being our first long distance hike, we've done 2 or 3 nights in the past. We didn't need to prep this efficiently because we didn't need to worry so much about our bag space. In this case, about a third of our bag was taken up with our food supplies, and we still packed too much. Our restock points meant that we could have packed a lot less. We just didn't know what sorts of things we'd be able to pick up and pack. This is all stuff that you can relatively easily get at a lot of smaller supermarket type shops that you can find in some of the villages you might pass through. And you just top up. You tend to be able to get jerky, you tend to be able to get chocolate, coffee, oatcakes, all that kind of thing. If you like, take some fruit. One of the rules that we followed when packing was we wanted to have, I think it was, I'll double check this and I'll put it up, something like 400 calories per 100 grams of food, because the primary thing that we needed was the energy to keep us going. After that, we wanted to make sure we had enough protein to repair and replenish muscle. We wanted to make sure we had nutrition, which goes into the trail mix for the most part. And through that, we had a decent balance. We didn't feel like we were lacking anything. Over that window of time. If you're doing a longer hike, you might want to pay more attention to some of the macronutrients. But it's easy enough to get fresh fruit on the hike depending on the time of year. So we foraged blackberries, we foraged plums, we foraged raspberries. There could be apples. If you're particularly good at foraging, you might find some other bits and pieces, but those tend to be quite easy to come across. And you just have a handful, boom, fruit portion for the day. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up there. I hope you find this useful. If you think you would do any of this differently, or you have your own methods you think would be improved on this, fire it in the comments. I would love to know. Like and subscribe for more content. I am going to try and get some more and better quality videos. I'm aware this is a bit shoddy. And I'd love to know. Alright, thanks for watching.